Hey Aquarius, how are you guys? What's happening? How you all doing? How's Saturn retrograde treating you? How about Pluto retrograde? I'm doing June 2018 right now. And there's these birds chirping right outside my window. You guys will probably hear them as I turn the music down. So the big news for you guys is Mars in Aquarius in your sign, which is totally awesome because you are confident, you have this warrior spirit, you have energy, you're like ready to go take on the world. It's Mars is the the ruler of Aries, that's all about just do it and going about things fearlessly. So having him in your sign, he makes you rather sexy because you're confident, you go after what you want, you have the energy, you carry yourself strong, and that's sexy. So having Mars in your sign is really, really exciting, but that's not all, folks. Mars actually went into your sign on the 15th of last month. So as I'm doing this recording, you already have Mars in your sign, and come June 26, Mars is going to turn retrograde in your sign, so you're getting double dose of Mars. And this is totally awesome because, again, you're going to have a longer time period with Mars in your sign, so you can get a lot done. This is the time for you guys to go for it, okay? Whatever it is you want, go for it. And preferably if you start planting the seeds, if you started planting the seeds as far as May 15th, since May 15th, while Mars entered your sign, during June, plant all the seeds you can, go after what you want, start, working on whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And then when Mars turns retrograde, you can start reaping the rewards or rethinking your steps and thinking maybe I should go about it, a little more diplomatically, or maybe I should, you're going to be reviewing how you've been using your energy and how you've been, the forcefulness, or if any of you feel combative, frustrated, anything like that, because Mars is really about just impatience, just go do it. So this is really cool that you guys are going to have Mars in your sign and an extra time period as well. Come June 26, when Mars turns retrograde, it's going to be retrograde there, and then you'll be feeling like you want to re-energize yourself, or maybe the projects that you started might slow down so that way you can kind of take a look at how you've been going about doing it and if there's a better way to do it. And then when it goes direct, you can go for it again and start reaping the rewards of all the actions you've been taking. The cool thing about Mars is that it really is about just doing it rather than thinking about it and feeling courageous enough to do it. And there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of things that can be done with that energy. On the 12th, Mercury is going to enter Cancer, and for you guys, that's your 6th house of health, wellness, and fitness. So there'll be a focus on that. This is a time when you are more particular and you're about refinement and perfecting, analyzing, paying attention to detail. It's also a lot of communication at work. If you work with your coworkers, the 6th house is about daily routine as well. So you could be doing a lot of that, running errands, things like that. Changing your diet, thinking about changing your diet, reading about changing your diet. Yeah, and it's also a good time for organization and making things neater, more refined, perfecting, all that stuff. It's good for like needlepoint, that type of thing, where you're really paying attention to the details. While Mercury is in Cancer for you guys. Now, on the 13th, the day after, Venus is going to enter Leo, and that's always fun, and especially for you Aquarians. And this is because Leo is your 7th house of partners, close partners. But more importantly, the reason why it's so fun for you guys is because your partnership house is ruled by the sun. And it's all about fun and self-expression. And it's a feel-good time. So it's a really good time that you guys find love. So while Venus is in Leo, you guys are going to be hot to trot because everybody's feeling more positive, shinier, more expressive, fiery. It's just a really good time, and Leo rules the 5th house of fun, So when Venus is transiting in Leo, it's an excellent time for those of you looking for a relationship. It's good for business partnerships as well, trying to find one or working with one. Those of you that are already in a partnership or married, you can have some good times with your partner because Venus there makes you guys just have a little more romance, a little more sensuality, even generosity and gift giving and that type of thing. Venus rules our pleasures, the things that bring us pleasure. So on the 16th, things are going to get fun for you guys. And it's definitely going to be a different energy that's going to feel lighter, more expressive. You might be invited to parties. And because you're social and you're getting along with people, you can attract love in any of these social events or anything like that. Some of you will be spending more time with close friends and it'll be beneficial. Your friends will be beneficial to you. I'm having some crazy wind. I'm sorry if you hear all this blowing in the background. And also on the 18th, Neptune is going to turn retrograde. So we're going to have Mars turning retrograde and Neptune turning retrograde in June. This is going to be for you guys in your 2nd house of money, earned income, pleasure, the things that bring you pleasure, acquisition, the things you acquire, you buy, you purchase, sensuality. It's Venus's house of beauty. So this is going to be unveiling things that Neptune has been kind of making foggy. Maybe idealizations, fantasies, stuff like that. So when Neptune turns retrograde, you start to see things clearer in the areas of finances. Some of you might start to, focus on charitable giving. Some of you might decide to review your finances and see if there's murky territory there. Some of you could have dreams coming true with your finances. Neptune is about dreams coming true. But retrograde motion usually is about internalization of that energy. So you're really kind of, and also removing Neptune's veil of glamour and, you may be viewing money so optimistically right now and really, having big dreams. And then when Neptune goes retrograde, it's kind of like showing you if these dreams are unrealistic or if they're realistic. But as far as I'm concerned, every dream is realistic and possible. So who cares about that? And don't even think about that. But that's what Neptune can do. Now, it can also, you can find out that you spent money somewhere that you didn't know you spent money, or, just stuff like that. There's always some sort of illusion that's unveiled. But it doesn't have to be anything major. It could just be that you just decided, like, I've been giving too much, or I want to start, giving to a wider cause, or I want to get involved in charities, or anything Neptune kind of oriented, movies, glamorous things, stuff like that. So Mercury is, like I said, going to be moving into your 5th house, which is really cool because the 5th house is all about fun, love, romance, creative self-expression, children, all of that stuff. So there'll be a lot of communication, expressive communication, you'll be feeling positive. And that's when, I'm sorry, I was looking at something else and I just realized that Mercury is going to enter Cancer on the 12th. So that's your house of health and fitness. So you're going to be coming out of Mercury in your 5th and into your 6th come the 12th. So you're going to go from having fun, feeling socially expressive, creative, outgoing, maybe spending more time around children, maybe feeling like a child, just feeling like happy-go-lucky. And then you're going to kind of focus down to the particulars when Mercury moves into Cancer on the 12th. That's going to be more of a refining energy, a more particular energy. So you're going to be thinking, analyzing, and all that on the 12th. On the 12th, Mercury enters Cancer. On the 14th, Venus is going to square Uranus from Leo to Taurus. So this is going to be a really kind of spontaneous day. It's going to be a day where you're going to feel like you just want to try something new, okay? It's going to be like just quirky energy, definitely, maybe even feeling a little rebellious if you're in a partnership, because Venus square Uranus can be a little like independent. But in Leo and Taurus, that's kind of a nice energy. I think it'll be exciting times for those of you that have a partnership. On the 21st, Venus in Leo is going to oppose Mars in Aquarius, and this is where you can have some confrontation with the opposite sex. However, it's also a very magnetic time to attract the opposite sex. Anytime planets are in opposition, there's this opposites attract, and so it can be a hot and steamy time for sure. And I'm going to focus on that because that's really very, very, very likely. And that's on the 21st. And then on the 26th, Mars will turn retrograde in Aquarius. So that's when you're going to be reflecting back on, your actions. You're going to be reviewing your actions. You're going to become a lot more courageous. This month is a month of courage for you guys. You guys are just going to be banging. You're just going to be going up to everybody and saying how you feel and just doing what you want and going after what you want. And you're going to do a lot. You're going to accomplish a lot because that energy is amazing when you just do it. When you just go for it fearlessly, you can have whatever you want that way. So this energy is going to be really awesome, and you guys are going to love having this energy because you got planets in your 12th house like Saturn and Pluto. And the 12th house is all hospitals and rehabilitation and letting go and sorrow and longing and dealing with the subconscious and how have you been sabotaging yourself. And it can tend to be a heavy house. So having Mars in your sign is going to really be helpful because it's going to be like you're downloading all this information, and you're like taking steps and actions with this new information that you've learned about yourself. You might have highs and lows, but for the most part, you're like, it's like the domino effect. You're letting go of stuff and building new stuff. It's like you're just letting go of the old and moving forward. So you're moving forward at a fast pace, definitely all of June, especially well, actually from the middle of May, okay, last month, and then, but I'm doing this in May, so I'm confused, but I'm sorry, you guys. In the middle of May 15th, when Mars enters your sign, this is when you're going to feel all this. So you're going to start feeling courageous and bold and daring and going after what you want. You're going to get a lot done. You're going to make things happen. You guys are going to make a lot happen, okay? And especially with Mars retrograde in your sign on the 26th, because he's going to be staying there again all the way through July. So you got 2 months of him in your sign. This is fabulous. I love Mars. You guys will love him too. And on the 29th, Mercury is going to enter Leo. So Mercury is going to join up with Venus. And this is fun. This is your 7th house again. And Leo is all about creative self-expression, having fun, smiling, laughing, entertainment, music industry, business, a movie industry, you know, whatever, acting, parties, fun, social times, love, meeting love, and just falling in love. Leo rules the heart. So yeah, Venus and Mercury there, it's all about you getting attention, you getting love, you having fun. You guys, I gotta tell you, June looks really awesome. June looks really awesome for you guys in particular. You're the first one I'm doing, so, but just based on what I'm seeing here, it looks really good. It looks like a lot of fun. It's going to be, you're going to be courageous. You're going to feel good. You're going to have a lot of energy. Just watch out for being too dominating, you know, like just too forceful or getting in fights. Others can start fights around you because Mars is all about you getting that Martian experience. So sometimes you can be in the middle of a drama situation so that way you can go find your Mars where you toughen up. But usually it's you feeling really energetic, confident, going after what you want. Your attraction magnet too because of this. So it looks like a lot of you could be finding love. A lot of you can be finding love in June. The middle of May to June. It's looking really good. And July, actually. Well, we'll get into that in July because there's different aspects happening there. But because Mars is going to be in your sign for the first, you know, part of it, you're going to have that energy with you. So I'm excited. This is exciting. I didn't tell you guys, but I'm an Aquarius, so I'm very excited about this. And so anyway, if you found this helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you'd like to read about astrology, you can visit my site at illumastrology.blogspot.com. If you'd like your own personal reading or forecast, I'd be happy to help you. You can go to my site to look at that. Otherwise, I am wishing you guys a fabulous June 2018. It looks hot, super hot. So I'm happy to deliver this message to you guys. Have a great month.